So George Lopez here?
One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Glad to have you with us from Colorado Springs, Colorado, and home to the Air Force Falcons. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Air Force Falcons. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Falcons will kick it away to start us off. He'll start the return inside his 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. So Oregon's offense will take the field first. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Now on first down from the 30. Use the play fake, now to throw. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Quarterback could not have walked that ball and placed it into the hands of his receiver any better. That was a perfect throw. Wide out, deep downfield. You got to finish the play.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Miranda. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Just got to finish the play for the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Pulls and fired complete. Still running at the 40. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move. And the Ducks getting set on 1st and 10. Gives it on the option. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Got his man. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds at the 34. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Ducks come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Creates a little room. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. The run from the shotgun. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You can tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
They've done a nice job marching the football down the field to get into this position in the red zone. You throw an incomplete on third down, so the question now, are you going for a touchdown, try to pay this drive off, or are you just going to take the points?
They'll run for it. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down? Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Give to the running back. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4-yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
They'll try to run for it. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of gains all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Fires to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
Dropping back, it's Addison. Sets up the screen. Runs through the tackle.
Gotta love this play call early in the football game. Like the quarterback, get in a rhythm, run a screen play, get it to a playmaker, create some space, move the sticks, get a first down. Nice start for this offense.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Finley. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
I think a big part of the formula to this team's success is their ability to get after the quarterback. In game one, they had 6 sacks and obviously won that football game. They know coming into this one today, they have got to be able to get out.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. The Falcons line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Boots his first of the day away. He was called on 4 times in the victory last week. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. He's got it. Look out on the right. Past the 20. Touchdown Ducks. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They'll leave it with him. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He throws into the middle of the field. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Looked to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just
picked off. What a play to set him up. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. That is a tough one to take. They had the interception, but it's taken away by the pass interference penalty. As a defense, you hate to let them move the chains on a penalty, but that's what they did. It's 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Addison. They've got the screen set up. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. And the Falcons trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Fires and picked off. Got room on the return. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
no doubt.
Touchdown, Oregon! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Well, you can't get momentum in a game any better than they just did. Defensively, you get the turnover. Right away, your offense jogs on the field. You take a shot deep, you hit it for a touchdown. They've got a lot of explosive playmakers on this offense, and you saw it right there.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Quickly complete. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain.
And a play like that, that seems routine, but it only works if the quarterback can get the ball out on time and out in front of the wide receiver. That allows the receiver to keep separation from the defender, and the ball hits him in stride.
Quick completion to the right. Still on his feet at the 40. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds. The offense getting set for a 1st down from the 45. Leaves it with the back. Shakes off the defender. And they'll get enough for the 1st down, and that's how things will come to a close here in the 1st quarter. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the 1st quarter as we take a look at the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the 2nd period and they try to find a way to answer. So 1st down here as they go back to work. Dropping back, it's Addison. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. Now the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Takes it back to the 26-yard line as they come up with a big interception there.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Hauls it in. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. The Ducks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They're working that left side. Gets away from one, finds room. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Wide receiver going in motion. To the air on second down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Got his man. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. They'll need to get the ball to the 34 to convert this third down. To the air, it's Miranda. Fires to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. And the Ducks will call on their punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin them deep. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
The give to the single back. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Brings it in down the left side. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play.
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense, because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in third and very long. You know they're going to throw it.
And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Got some room to run. At the 20. Touchdown, Ducks! How about this defense taking one back to the house? They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Let's go. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And that's a big shot, and that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. To throw, it's Addison. He'll take the deep shot. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Falcons will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He only needs a sliver of daylight. A huge return there, steps out of bounds, but man, did he put his team in great position. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. You get field position like this, and you're not likely to punt the way they did the last time they had the ball.
Yeah, great job by the defense, setting them up in an opportunity to get some points on the board quickly.
This is an opportunity you got.
Picked off to stop the threat. He goes down. Short return, but what a play to get the football back. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Finley. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. And the Falcons can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Leaves it with the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. Third and short from inside the 20. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stopping him at the line of scrimmage?
And 4th and inches, you know what's coming. You know they're going to run the quarterback sneak, but it's one of the hardest plays in football to stop. You got to find a way to dive from the defensive line spot and stop the feet of the quarterback, and they couldn't do it. And listen, they only needed inches. That's what makes it so difficult to stop.
The Falcons have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. It'll be 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Ebby. Throws for the tight end. Catch in the middle, it's Finley. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Got his man on the right. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Falcons in the hurry up. Wants to throw again. Finds his man. It's Best. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. He wants to change this route. On 4th down, going to the air. And make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs. The give on the option. Runs through a tackle. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. The Ducks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback throwing a strike.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll run play action. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? Now facing a 3rd and long. Wants to throw. It's Miranda. All kinds of time in the pocket. Down the middle it goes. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. The Ducks have pushed it inside the 20. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. And it's caught. Touchdown, Oregon.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half.
Air Force 0.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This late in the half, here's the question: how aggressive will the play calling be? Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Quickly out to the tight end. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Power football with the run. Shut down in the backfield again, and that might do it here in the half. And what a way for this defense to wind up the quarter. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Scanning the field, it's Ebby. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, by the looks of things, we've had one enjoyable first half in Colorado Springs.
And the Ducks will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. Got blown out in the first half, and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it, and I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
At this point, trailing by a lot, the defense is expecting you to throw it. If you're going to throw over the middle of the field, the window's going to open and close quickly. You've got to have better timing to complete that throw. They just didn't have it there.
And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Man, this is an unbelievable start for this defender in this game, guy. That's already his 2nd PB in this game. Playing with his eyes, he's breaking on the ball. You just can't start a game any better.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Wants to keep it in the air. He lobs one high down the left side. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Rides to the back. They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33. The Ducks come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll try to power their way ahead. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
And that's a great sign for this offense because this year we know there's been a little bit of inconsistency, and I think the biggest problem has been third down. Right there, nice job executing, running the ball, picking up the first, and keeping this drive alive.
Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Red pass, it's complete. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
Pressure coming. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And the offense goes 5 wides and spreads the field. The problem is that spreads you thin, and you only got 5 guys in protection, and they don't do a good enough job up front. The defense gets home, forces the fumble. Big play for this defense.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Scrambling away. He's going to take off. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good gain there.
Well, for this defense now, being good against the pass is not just going to be in the back end covering people. It's going to be trying to contain this guy at the quarterback position. He is lethal, especially when things go off script. And you saw it on that one. First down, they dial up the pass play. You're not able to get him on the ground, and now they've gotten another first down.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. The Falcons moving quickly to the line.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Got it in the middle. It's Finley. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. And the Falcons didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field.
And how about the defense on that play, man? Playing aggressive, fast, downhill, 1st and goal, expecting run. Great job fitting the run. Great job getting the running back on the ground.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
It is incomplete, and he almost had himself an interception in the end zone. It'll be 4th down. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Oh, they're after him. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming up.
Fighting to get it out of the end zone, and I don't think he made it. He did not. It's a safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
Oh, he's got a chance. Spins away from the defense.
Return is brought down at the 33, and your Air Force Falcons will take over 1st and 10.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man to the left. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on 2nd down. Back to pass. Lofts one high and deep. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very prepared. All 11 guys on defense right now playing together as one.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. Makes the grab. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Offense is stopped. Will be a turnover on down.
Back to pass, it's Miranda. Back open in the middle. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
Well, look, I know this guy is not the biggest running back in college football, but boy, is he dangerous, right? He's so shifty. He's hard to bring down. It's a good idea to get him going in the passing game. Put him out in space. Let's see what he can do.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Here's the pressure. And he gets enough to move the chains and then slides to a stop.
Nice job by the QB sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
He's knocked down at the 34, but they're sort of hitting them in the mouth with a 6-yard pickup there. Rides the back on the option, the give. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They'll need to get this one to the 31 here on 3rd down. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Picks up the 1st down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Good enough for a 1st down.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. And with the pressure on him, the quarterback goes down, and we've played 3 quarters here. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Back to pass, it's Miranda. Firing to the right, complete. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. A quick completion to the left, looking for the 1st down. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down.
Ooh, and that's a nice sigh of relief for the defense too, right? There was a broken tackle. The guy made it look like he was going to pick up the 1st, but because of great effort defensively, they were able to get the stop, and now they're setting up 4th down.
He didn't make it. They'll have to give up the football, and hope is still alive. They're going to throw it to start the drive. He's got it. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week.
And down goes the quarterback fact, there are penalty flags down, but it looks as if this might be on the offense. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Second down coming up. Wants to go up top. Under fire. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. They stop him short, and we'll have a big fourth down coming. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. It's picked off, and another empty drive. Taking it the other way. Touchdown Ducks! The defense putting points on the board. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
The give to the back. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
On target. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
The Falcons want to crank the tempo. Give to the back. Ball down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
And the Falcons kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. The give to the back. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's in the fourth quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He lofts one down the sideline. Throw toward the end zone. Picked off right at the goal line. Quick step and go. Spins away. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Miranda. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Third down conversions, always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. They'll give it to the back. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The Ducks will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Wants to return it. Slips through the line. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute...
Oh, he wants it all. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. He can't make the grab. It's incomplete, but there is a flag, and I believe this is going to be pass interference. And so they'll have one more chance. One possession behind. The pass interference penalty will give them an untimed down and a chance at a little glory. Forced out of the pocket. He'll take another shot here. And the pass is incomplete, and there's a penalty flag down, and no big secret why. That receiver was being mauled by the defender. Now a game can end on a defensive penalty, so they'll get one more crack at it with an untimed down. Here we go. To the air, it's Cochran. He's not afraid to go deep. And the pass goes incomplete, looking to make things look a little tighter on the scoreboard, but that's going to do it. Well, some might think this head coach has a tough locker room speech after this one. I would suggest that he starts with, "That's just bad."
Bad, or as Reese Davis would say, ungood. Just very ungood performance. Flush this one down the toilet, move on. It's not your best day. You lost in ugly fashion, to be honest, but better days ahead.
And I think a lot of this has to come on the shoulders of the players. They need to be